someone here is feeling very emotional. They could be, it feels like they're thinking about the same things over and over and over to the point of exhaustion. They seem to be suffering in silence. Like, they may find it difficult to talk about this. You have emotions, worry, and fear coming out here with waves. So maybe it comes towards them like waves on in the ocean. Like, once it hits them, they kind of try to center themselves, and then another one comes in and hits them. We have suffering and silence here, unspoken desires, real feelings, and broken dreams. Okay, so we have remorse here, or we have regret. There's definitely guilt coming through as well. This person's done someone dirty, and I don't feel like they've done one thing. This seems to be like a dynamic in a relationship where enough is enough. Like, I'm giving, and I'm getting nothing back. This person either had issues with they had issues with addiction, and I think they still do. You have healing coming out in reverse. This person could have had a love affair as well while in a relationship with you, or while they were supposed to be responsible in some way. Maybe they had dependence. This person may drink around their children, or smoke around their children, or do certain things that they shouldn't be around their children. We have self-care, introspection, and meditation upside down. So this person's really not taking care of themselves. I have a feeling that maybe they didn't take care of themselves in the past. Okay, we have got greed, by any means necessary, and inconsiderate. So they literally were doing all the stuff that they could that would be to hurt or harm someone in the collective. And there seems to be a lot of introspection here, or retrospection. It's giving like the Seven of Pentacles, that energy of looking back and going, I'm where I am because I placed myself there. We have escape, denial, and excuses. You also have apology, rash decisions, insincere, and arrogant. So they're looking back at the fact that when they were doing things towards someone in the collective, like being unfaithful, or, you know, drinking themselves into a stupor, or smoking themselves until the point that they can't stand up or go and pick their kid up from daycare, or whatever it may be, you may have been like, what is going on with you? What are you doing? And this person would deny, make excuses, run away from actually speaking about it. They may have been very arrogant. They may have made rash decisions and been very insincere in taking accountability. And it seems like this person is now sitting and thinking about these things, thinking about how you may have wanted the best for them. And this person was purposely, it's like they were self-sabotaging, not only themselves, but the relationship. Chaos, upheaval, disaster, downfall. This person may be feeling like everything around them is slipping away from them. They may feel almost like they're inside a spiral, or inside like a whirlpool, and they can't grab hold of anything to ground them. You've got envy coming out, you've got blood ties, and you've also got paranoid in reverse. Envy here with resentful, competitive, and disconnected. They may have been very, very competitive with you. This is like a romantic partner from the past. They may have been very competitive with either your family or with their own family as well. We have paranoid in reverse with cautious, insecure, and guarded. They're looking back. This person may have projected how they felt onto you, and stated that you were the one that was paranoid. You were the one that was, you know, insecure. You're the one that was guarded. And like I said, they didn't want to have the conversations that were needed to continue to build a healthy relationship. You have intimacy here with mutual respect, unity, and closeness. It does seem like that's what you were looking for. And the only way to kind of connect with this person was in a very material or physical kind of way. I'm not going to take all of these. Can I get a couple, please? I got the song, You Got a Friend in Me. You got a friend in me. Da, 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 da. That's from Toy Story, isn't it? I don't know, are they talking to someone here? This person seems very tearful. They smoke. This person smokes something, and it's really unhealthy for them. I'm even looking at the smoke that's coming out of this. They smoke, or they use a bong, or they They're doing something here that is like dangerous for their health. This person may already have health conditions. If they already have health conditions, they've been made worse by whatever the addiction is that they have. You have today coming out here, good vibes now and in the moment. So they may be seeing that you're doing really, really well. They may be looking back and seeing that you always were somebody who lived in the moment and had good vibes. I'm going to cough. I'm really sorry. Let me just pause this. Sorry about that. We've got drowning coming out over your head, overextended and rock bottom. So this person is hitting rock bottom right now. I feel like this person, if they used to smoke a little bit, or if they used to have, like, if they smoked excessively, and we're talking about 420, if they smoked excessively before, they're now doing that so that they can numb themselves out. If they drank, if they had like issues with drinking, they now, like, they use it in a way to completely numb themselves out. Like the minute they wake up, they're drinking, or the minute they wake up, they're smoking, or they're taking prescription, whatever. And they're not able to ground themselves in any way, shape or form. And all they can think about is also the suffering in silence. I think there is some sort of epiphany this person may be having when it comes to how they treated you, and that you were the best thing that ever happened to them. And I don't know, someone here has said that. Someone may have said that in an argument to them. I am the best thing that will ever happen to you. And it's, I don't want to say like you hexed them or cursed them. You didn't. But they did not realize how very truthful what you were saying. And it's not about being egotistical or, you know, pumping yourself up and stuff like that. No, you were right. And I think they're looking back and going, no, collective was right. Collective was right. They suffered in silence, man. They weren't allowed to talk about what their needs were without me getting my back up, becoming defensive or dismissive. You know, they weren't allowed to express their real feelings on certain things. Their dreams were broken, and I did this. This person, I don't know, they seem to be very stuck in yesterday. Yesterday. Look, we've got longing coming out. We've also got drowning, missing you, let's talk, and reunion coming through. Wow, okay. Where would you like me to go, please, Spirit? This one. Not those ones, which one? Okay, I'm going to take this one over here. Look, yeah, chaos and confusion is coming out as well. Wowee. This person could be falling into like depression, and please know that I'm not a therapist. I'm not qualified to diagnose anyone, and I wouldn't even dream of doing so. But I've suffered from depression, and I know that feeling, and it has, like, personally, it's an energy of just, you're so tired. It's like your body wants to just kind of shut down, and you want to do nothing. And you don't really want to think about stuff. You just want to kind of watch brain rot and do nothing else. I don't want to shower. I don't want to do this. I don't want... And that's what I'm getting with this exhausted here. This is what this person is falling into this. Maybe they had mental health issues before that they weren't willing to look at. And that is really sad. Because if you're in a relationship with somebody who doesn't take accountability for their emotions and regulating their emotions, this is just my opinion, but that relationship is doomed. It's literally doomed from the beginning, because you can't have one person self-regulating for two. Now, we have the Lovers. We also have the Devil coming out. This person may... I don't know if this person is aware that you've moved on to, like, someone else. Maybe someone else is coming in for you. I'm going to ring this bell real quick before I start with these. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Bronwen. This is Bronwen's Cove Tarot 111. If you are new to my channel, welcome in. It's really good to have you here. Always room for new faces. If you are a returning subscriber, as always, soul family, it's good to have you back. Now, I'm going to ring a bell here. This is just to cleanse the space around us. It cleanses away any energy from the last reading, and it's just really good. So if you have any type of sound sensitivity, I advise that you turn down your listening device in 3, 2, and in 1. Okay. So we have here an Emperor. We have Lovers coming out as well. Yeah, this person maybe, I don't know if like in the relationship this person was always worrying that somebody else would sweep you off of your feet and take you away. I kind of tapped into that, picked up on that a little bit in one of my previous readings, quite recently filmed, that there was a need to constantly massage somebody's ego because they were insecure in that, are you going to leave me? Are you going to leave me? Tell me about the emotions, worry and fear, please. The Empress coming out again. Tell me about the emotions, worry and fear, please, and thank you. Know that my readings are timeless, so I can pick up on past, present and future energy, sometimes a mixture of all three. And if you watch this after this has been uploaded, if it resonates, claim it. If it doesn't, let someone else claim it. We have got the Magician coming out here. I've been told not to put that down either. I'm sorry that I keep clearing my throat. I have got a little bit of a chest cold coming on. So I will try my best not to cough into the microphone and to switch it off when I'm about to cough. But I cannot promise anything. So there may be some jump scares with me coughing. I apologise. Tell me about emotions. Here we go. So we have the Queen of Pentacles coming out. Okay, so this person is thinking back to how nurturing you were, how really nurturing you were, how you shared without even a second thought. It could be that you were working and you got a bonus and you came back and gave them half the bonus. And that was just you. That's just the type of person you were. And they never took it. They took it for granted at the time. Like, we've got the Nine of Swords coming out. They took it for granted at the time. It became either an obligation or an expectation that you would just give, give, give. This person was very, very entitled in a relationship here. Very entitled. And now with the Nine of Swords coming out here, this person's realizing, heartbroken, absolutely devastated and heartbroken that they treated you so badly. But this person isn't taking care of themselves. This person is not paying attention to their health or to their mental health here. We have got the Eight of Cups here. This person is in a permanent state of burnout, or feeling burdened, exhausted, empty. And I'm getting with these Eight of Cups here being all in reverse. This person, they do drink a lot, or they go to the bar a lot. They may do solo drinking. But this is everyday drinking or smoking or substances or something along those lines. You have got the Ten of Swords coming out here. And then we have self-care, introspection and meditation. Yeah, this person is not taking care of themselves in any way, shape or form. They may be found like unconscious outside on the street quite a lot. They may be arrested quite a lot for like drunk and disorderly, for just acting like strange behavior, weirding people out, upheaval, disaster and downfall. Tell me about this chaos, please. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles coming out in reverse. So this is something, this person has lost a lot of money. I don't know if they have a lot of debts now. They may owe a lot of money as well. This is a pattern that they haven't broken just yet. You have the Page of Wands, you also have the Star. The Page of Wands coming out is an exciting energy of adventure. It's a very young energy of let's go and see the world, you know. It's that student that takes the gap year off from uni to go to India for a whole year. It's risk-taking. It's being a little bit irresponsible as well. Maybe a little bit naive. We have the Star coming out and this is in reverse. So this person is really, really missing you, but they aren't showing that to everyone. I feel like there is a specific person that they want to talk to about this. The Page of Wands being here with good vibes now and in the moment, that may be something that they really miss about you, is your spontaneity, your ability to just allow your inner child to kind of let loose, and not in like a, not in an immature way, more in a goofy way. I say that with love and without judgment, because sometimes our inner child needs to come out and just play and not be judged and be loved and held and laughed with, you know. And maybe this was very difficult for them too. So you were very healing for this person, but they kept pushing against the healing. They kept pushing against that healing, which is why it seems like they haven't made a lot of progress here. Very stuck in the past. So we have the Devil coming out here. We also have the Lovers. Yeah, the relationship was very, very soothing for them, but it did get to the point here of, rather than it being soothing in a way to motivate them to take care of themselves and to show up for themselves so that they could also show up for you in the relationship, it became a little bit like weaponized incompetence, and then the over nurturer. And the more that they weaponize their incompetence, the more you may have over nurtured, to the point that there was like this imbalance between helicopter partner and man child or woman child or he, she, they child. And that becomes a dynamic that is very toxic, very codependent. So, and I don't feel like this person has moved on from that. They haven't moved on from that. We have the Devil coming out here with healing in reverse next to the Queen of Pentacles. So they did find your presence, your caring. They did find it healing. And I think it's because they could just switch off. And I can only use like an experience of myself, because we're all spiritual beings having human experiences. And sometimes our human experiences are crap. But I went to Morocco with my sister last year. And we went for like a week in like late December. And we all went. It was me, my sister, and my niece, who's 9 years old. And it's the first time that I've actually travelled where I don't get stressed. I really don't like airports. I don't like the lights, the sounds, any of that. It just does me in. But me and my niece were having a great time. My sister, however, was getting super stressed out about everything. And the reason why I bring this up is because it's not even that I was weaponizing incompetence. It's that there was somebody else who could take the emotional load, so I didn't have to. And I was able to travel through really easily. But what happens is, if you're not bearing like at least half of that, that means that one person is having to take the load for themselves and for you and for any kids that are there. And this is what happened. This is what it seems has happened here, that this person likes to be carried. They like to switch off. They like to allow somebody else to deal with the stressful things so that they don't have to. You have the Lovers coming out here next to the Nine of Swords. So yeah, this person is gutted. They're absolutely gutted. There is someone that they talk to. I don't know if they talk to them in person or if they talk to them online. Who is the person that they talk to that they're getting advice from? Somebody who may be also codependent but trying to heal from it. So somebody else who may have addictions and is trying to heal from it. So this person could be going to AA, or they may be encouraged to go to AA. This could be a sponsor then. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse is the lack of independence. This is some codependency coming in here. So whoever they talk to may be a drinking buddy. They may be somebody who wants to heal as well, but is finding it very difficult. So they seem to slip into, they slip back, they fall off of the wagon with each other. We have the Nine of Wands coming out here, which is the Wounded Warrior. So the Wounded Warrior is looking at the fact that you're not out of the woods yet. You're literally not out of the woods. You're not seeing that light at the end of the tunnel just yet. And I think the reason that is because right now self-care, introspection and meditation is out of the window, but it's something that they both want. But it's like, if you're a smoker, and I used to smoke, if you're a smoker and you want to stop, it's an addiction, because from what I've learned, you're not addicted to smoking, you're addicted to the nicotine and any vessel that is used to bring that nicotine into your body. Nicotine is one of the fastest acting substances that we have. The minute that you start smoking and you get halfway through, it's already leaving your body. You're already getting cravings like this. I could tell myself, I will stop tomorrow. It's fine. I'll do it tomorrow. Or I'll wait until I'm not so stressed. I'll wait into this. There will always be excuses going, actually, I do not want to do this anymore. It's really bad for my health. It's really bad for my pocket. But you keep doing it and you keep doing it. And then later you're like, oh, I really want to. And it's not until you actually sit in the present and go, actually, no, I really do not want to do this anymore. Let me actively find ways. But that's just my experience. And I feel like this is what they're doing with each other. So they may be talking about you and trying to get advice on you with other people who are in very similar positions when it comes to their addictions. We have got the Knight of Cups coming out here. This person, I think they want to know about your romantic life, your love life. This person does not want to let go. Anything else? You've got the Five of Pentacles coming out here. So this is something that this person maybe misses, is that you guys may have been, you know, at a really hard time, especially if this person was spending a lot of money on addictions, whether that be gambling, smoking, drinking, whatever. Maybe you guys weren't very good with money. There's no judgment there whatsoever. That was 1111, so that is for someone. But I'm putting this down with the Page of Wands coming out with good vibes now and in the moment. You still were able to enjoy life. There does seem to be this energy of, in the past, maybe you were a little bit frivolous when it came to money. Maybe you didn't have the greatest understanding or relationship with money, and that's not me like coming for you in any way, shape or form, because I used to have a terrible understanding of money and saving and all the rest of it. My ADHD autism brain just couldn't figure out why I wasn't allowed to just chase dopamine. And I mean, I figured it out now, kind of, but I digress. It does seem like they liked your spontaneity, that even when you didn't have a lot, you still found things to do that were fun, or you always try to look for the positive, even when there were things going on that were very stressful. Okay, because you've got the High Priestess coming out here. You also have the Six of Wands. The High Priestess is somebody who has a lot of responsibility. They have a lot of power, a lot of authority, but they have a lot of responsibility. And I think this person is realizing that you carried the relationship. You carried that relationship. My goodness. Okay, let me have a look at these tea leaves just to close down this reading. We pop that one as well. And one more. Let's have a look. What is the month here? August. This is happening present. This person at the moment is like, I think they're stressing out as well, because they may be aware that you have just moved on. There is no, that door has closed, and that door has closed for a reason. You know, I heard fool me once, shame on me, on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So it's like someone in the collective has learned the lesson that they needed to when it came to this interaction. And it's not to say that you didn't love this person at the time, because you did, but your boundaries, your self-worth, the ability to say no, that's not my problem, it's yours, and I'm not taking this in a relationship. You need to fix yourself. You need to deal with that yourself. That is something that maybe was missing before, and that is the reason why the universe, God, Allah, Vishnu, whoever you see as the oneness of all, why they placed this person on your path. And to be quite honest, you were placed on this person's path to help them see within themselves and heal themselves, and they haven't wanted to. It's like they like the thought of being around you, because you make it easier for them to hide from their own pain. And that's really sad, rather than you make it easier for them to find it and heal it. Okay. Tell me about lovers, please. Suffering in silence. Okay. Career is coming out. So this, I'm not going to take these ones, but I will take career here. Like, your career may have taken off after moving yourself away from this person, or you may have just had small steps of success that before wouldn't have happened because this person was hindering your progress, and maybe you didn't see it, maybe you weren't aware of it. And please know that anything that I say towards you is never a judgment. Okay, it's never a criticism, it's just an observation that comes through these cards. Again, claim what claims you and leave the rest for someone else. Look at this Nine of Pentacles. So you have here forces working against you, and it's upside down. So whoever it is that they're talking to about you is not, they're not trying to come after you. They're not trying to do something nasty. They may just be giving them advice like, bro, you're not going to get this. This wish is not going to be granted. It's in reverse. You need to be able to heal yourself first. You need to have, look, solid foundation, success with effort. You need to ground yourself, and maybe even like ground yourself in reality that you're not going to get that person back, that person's moved on. Oh, going everywhere. So we have here temporary problems coming through, but you have your an ex here that is seeing this as a temporary problem. Actually, no, this, I will get this person back. You've got great good fortune. See, they saw you as their lucky clover. You were always able to take that that rain cloud and turn it into the sunshine. You were always able to do that. You have announcement coming out here, and it kind of came out on its side, like this person wants to invite you to something here, especially with missing you, let's talk and reunion, and they're in two minds. They're literally in two minds. I'm going to leave it there, because otherwise I'm just going to repeat myself. I hope that gave you the confirmation and clarity that you needed and that you already intuitively knew. If you are new to this channel and this resonated for you, I would love, love, love for you to hit on the like, the subscribe, and on the notification bell, so you can see exactly when I post. If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, hearts, kisses, I love you guys. Bye.